Casey has a very high level of determination and commitment, and he likes the results of diligent effort. He takes this approach in every aspect of his life.
He knew that the best that he ran, the better the team was going to be in cross country. And his freshman year, he ended up being our #1 placer at nationals when we, as a team, finished in 3rd place.
He was interviewed at the end of that race, and they asked him in the interview, "Why are you doing this? Why would you be willing to leave right now when you're so successful and so fit to go and serve a mission for 2 years? Aren't you worried about that?" And his response was, "I just feel like if I go and serve the Lord for 2 years, that everything's going to be okay." And that's what I put my trust and faith in. Everything's going to be okay.
About a month before I finished my mission, I was sitting in church at sacrament meeting, and I opened up my tablet disobediently and checked Facebook to see that my team had won the cross country national title. And it rocked me.
He was overjoyed by the fact that the team got it done, but there was a deep sadness in him that he was not part of that team for our inaugural national championship.
Like, oh man, like I could have been there. And those thoughts kind of seeped in. I just remember praying that I could have the right headspace. I knew I was so close to being done with my mission, and these 2 years were so important to me, and that I would be able to have that eternal perspective and just be able to be happy for my team and finish my mission strong.
I know that it became a very, very high priority item for him to win a national championship and to guide his team to a national championship before it was all said and done.
I came home from my mission more motivated than ever, and it was all about defending that title. But I also needed to find a wife and start a family. So those were the 2 goals: defend the title and find me an eternal companion.
Our first conversation was in the elevator, and it was of him complimenting me on my pants, my bell-bottom jeans.
Not my smoothest moment, but I think I said, "I like your pants."
And I thought he was the weirdest person ever. Just I'm like, okay, who compliments girls on their pants? I just thought it was kind of a weird thing, but yeah, that was our first conversation. But it did work, and I was the one that got his phone number, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, I think it was about a year later, and we got married. We didn't quite defend the title. We took 7th 2 years in a row. Those were some tough years. I wanted that title. The next year we took 3rd, so we were getting closer, but not quite where I wanted to be and where the team wanted to be. And then I ended up getting injured, so I ended up redshirting for an entire year. I got surgery on my foot in October, and then about 6 months later, I finally was able to start training and running again. And I ended up qualifying to race at the Olympic trials in the 10,000 meter. I ended up running well. I placed 5th, and it kind of gave me that spark, that hope that I was back. I'm coming back.
He had shared with us in the summer that he had a vision for the team, and he talked about the build.
From the start of the summer, we had 16 weeks to build our house, to build a championship team. And it started with the foundation, with the basement, and a lot of miles, a lot of long tempo runs. And as the weeks progressed, we built the main floor and put up the walls and put on the roof. And we started picking up the pace and started racing and started doing speed workouts. And when it was time to move into the house, it was time to race the nationals.
We knew the national championship was going to be tight. Oklahoma State really was the favorite. I think my guys took it personal. I think they actually went out, started a little too fast, because when we did the first score check 2K into this 10K race, we were ahead by about 45 points. That's about like a 3-touchdown lead in a football game in the first quarter.
I had been preparing and building for this moment for years. My team, we had this perfect build, this perfect season of months of hard work and training and belief.
Every year he said, Mom, I went in thinking we could win a national title. And we know from 9th grade until now that several years have elapsed, but he was finally able to accomplish that goal with his team.
We did it. We planned this, we executed it, and we did it.
After the race, he told me, Mom, he hugged me and said, that's all I ever wanted was that national team title.
11 seasons is a roller coaster. The highest highs, the lowest lows. It takes phenomenal mental fortitude. And that championship was the payday.
We went out to take pictures with the trophies on the course, and my coach hands me his phone. It's my dad. And he informed me that my wife, Morgan, who was 9 months pregnant at the time, was going into labor.
From that moment on, it was the celebration had ended, and he was preparing for a new celebration, that of welcoming his new son to the family.
And I was on the plane to Provo within an hour and a half of that phone call. I was just praying that I'd make it home in time. I did not want to miss this.
3 days later, as he held his little boy in his arms, I think he realized this is also what I've always wanted.
It was the biggest weekend of his life. You don't get to carry around the trophy. You have it in your heart, but you don't get to carry that trophy with you. When I see him with Colton, that's the real trophy. He is just as good a dad as he is a runner, and that he will carry with him physically forever.
He knows what's important, and he knows how to handle tough things, and he transitioned that into being a father, and I hope our son idolizes him one day.
I've just felt so much love, and I'm gonna put everything into this next chapter because my family's everything to me. The most important build is starting. They're gonna see Dad run a lot of more races, and we're gonna find that balance of achieving my goals, but also achieving our family goals.